What's going on, is WebsterStyle and Brian Sapph from the NRW Checkpoint here with another trailer review. This one is a horror thriller entitled Wolves. Wolves.
Wolves. Mandela. Okay.
Why? Animal abuse is often the first manifestation of serious emotional turmoil that may escalate over time. 70% of violent offenders have a history of animal abuse.
Wow.
Right now,
Ooh, it's feeling disturbing.
Living in our community that is exhibiting all of these signs. We ask if anyone in the community has any information to please come forward.
Okay.
Okay, that was it?
Yeah.
All right.
And it just enough to make me be like, what's going on here?
Yeah, exactly. You know, when it talks about one of the most disturbing movies of the year or they've ever seen, I'm like, that says a lot.
Yeah, right.
Right. I mean, we do have Evil Dead Rise coming out this year, so even hear that spoken about any other movie, I'm like, all right, I'm interested in this Wolves, just because. See, okay, we talk about trailers and how trailers are done. That was just enough to whet your appetite and to make you want to know more about this movie, potentially going out to see it.
I agree.
Instead of other trailers where it literally gives you the whole movie on a platter and like, you know, I'd save myself 2.5 hours because I already know what's going to happen is, you know, 1 minute, 30-second trailer.
Right.
All right, so let's get to a description. So when a young social recluse stumbles onto a case of unsolved cold cases, he finds himself pulled deeper into society's dark underside and must face his own demons to learn the truth. Okay, yeah. They crazy. Yeah, pretty much. Yep. We already look, without that description, we got a sense of, okay, these people are crazy, they need help, and something's going on, and somebody getting in too deep, which is exactly what the synopsis says.
Right. And then you also add in the extra layer of them being in Canada, where stuff like that is not necessarily like common. Like we see these kind of stories here a little bit more frequently, just because of the nature of the human beings that choose to occupy the United States. Canada, on the other hand, they a little bit more controlled as far as stuff like this. So I can definitely see why they was like, oh, it's pretty disturbing, because you about to see a side of Canada and their people that often is not the case, or it gets, you know, pushed under the rug or overlooked for whatever reason. We about to find out in this movie, and I'm interested. I mean, I don't know, animal cruelty, it's but then the overall layer of thriller and horror to this, I'm kind of like intrigued just to see how deep it will go into that. Because just in the trailer, we talked about it. It gave us just enough to want to be interested. I noticed that they did a good job of like keeping the faces of these people like blacked out, so you can't. So I'm like, okay, what's up with that? Is it a metaphor? Like it could be anybody kind of situation, or is like people in specific or in particular that they're trying to, I don't know, shed light on? I don't know. Either way, I'm interested. I like a good thriller when it's thrilling.
Yeah, me too. One of the things I like about it as well is with something about the snowy, cold backdrop. It adds a bleakness to it as well. So I'm really liking that, and how, especially with the trailer, how that was used to really, in many sense, like everything stood out. Everything was just so much more crisp. The music, it had that haunting tone to it. You were trying to figure out what's going on. You didn't really know. And that snowy, cold bleakness of the environment they were in just really added to that mystery. So I really like that as well.
I agree. See, what you said just now, this is why people like go to school to like study filmmaking and stuff like that. people, the average consumer going to the movies, they don't necessarily pick up on things like that. They just kind of go and watch the movie or whatever. But that's an important layer and even character to the overall story, the scenery,
exactly,
like everything making you feel in this particular moment. So, they did a good job, man. I'm interested to see that.
We'll see what it's like when it drops soon. That's our take on Wolves. You are currently on Nerds Rule the World. Make sure you check us out on Twitter at the NRW, on Instagram and New Release Wednesday. And of course, you're currently on YouTube. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
And watch your dogs because they out here hurt.